What's going on, everybody? Thanks for watching. We have a special kind of video for you guys today because typically here on this channel, we're playing with, modern guns and ammo. But today, we actually have a gun and ammo that's over 100 years old. So the sun is brutal right now. I'm gonna try to show you guys this the best that I can. But here is the gun. Now this is a 22 short children's rifle. You can see just how old this thing is. Now there's actually some words printed on the side of the receiver here, and there's no way you'll be able to read that, but it says that these were made from 1900 to 1907. That's crazy. Obviously the finish is kind of worn off of it, and like I said, on the side of the receiver here, it kind of tells you what's going on. So I'll just go ahead and read it for you guys. It says, the Hamilton Riflein number 27, patent October 30th, 1900 through August 13th, 1907, C.J. Hamilton & Son, Plymouth, Michigan, USA. This will be by far the oldest rifle that I've ever shot. He actually has an older one in the house from the Civil War, but it doesn't work. It's definitely out of commission, but apparently this thing works. I guess the firing pin is not in the best shape. It's obviously probably seen better days. So some of these might take a couple trigger presses to ignite that round. And then over here, we actually have ammo to go with it. So some of these are older than others, and some of these are actually 22 long rifle. I just brought them out to show you guys anyways, but we'll go ahead and dump some of these out here for you so you can see what 100-year-old bullets look like. Look how dusty and old those are. Now, like I said, some of these are older than others. Some of them go all the way back to the early 1900s, like the gun, and then some of them are up to like the 1920s and 30s and stuff like that. But either way, 100 years old. So I've never shot anything that's probably over 30 or 40 years old, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit nervous, but at least it's a 22 short and not like a 30-06 or something more powerful. So if this thing does blow up, we should be okay, but apparently it works just fine. Now I'll give you guys a closer look at this on the tripod, but apparently the barrel, which I've never seen this before, but it's two different pieces of metal kind of bonded together. And if you look really closely at the end there, you can actually see the line where they joined those two pieces of metal together. And it's just insane, the technology from back in the day compared to now. This thing weighs about 5 ounces. It feels like it literally weighs nothing. So I'm excited to shoot it. Let's do it. So like I said, this is a single shot. I said it's a bolt action. I guess technically it's not a bolt action because there's no action, but it's kind of resembles a bolt action with the little lever here that you push up, and then you can break open the barrel like that, and that's where you put your round, and that's where your firing pin and all that stuff is. So like I said, this thing supposedly does fire. It might take a couple strikes to ignite some of these rounds. Just in case it doesn't work, I do have an old 22 revolver here, so we can still test out some of this old ammo. And then just in case the ammo doesn't work, I also brought out some newer CCI 22 shorts. So we have old guns, new guns, old ammo, and new ammo, and we're gonna try to get these to work any way we can. So first I wanna try old ammo and old gun combined and see if we can get any of these to work. So the first box we have is called the High Power Rimfire. This is a Federal box, so I assume it's the same Federal that we have today. And again, these are 22 shorts, which I've actually never fired before. Old looking bullets, man. You can literally see like dust falling off of these things. So we're gonna see if these fire, and if they don't, we'll switch over to some newer ammo. So like I said, it's just a single shot rifle. You put your bullet right in there. It's a tight fit, and the bullet is just crumbling. It's not like today where we have copper jackets and stuff like that. It's just like old lead, it looks like. All right, so I got that one in there. It was definitely a tight fit. Close it, flip our switch down, and I just have 3 like shoot and see targets on that piece of metal down there. One thing that is hilarious about this is, with the guns we shoot today, you would try to get a cheek weld on the stock here and then line up your sights that way. If you get a cheek weld with this thing, the sights are about 6 inches too high. So I'm not gonna be able to do that. I'm just gonna line up the sights and see if we can hit our target. All right, here we go. Cock the hammer. All right, I might hold this out a little bit the first time I shoot it just to see. Wow. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, it fired, but our bolt is kind of locked up. We're so close. All right. Dang, that thing was stuck bad, and that shell is stuck in the barrel too. I'm gonna get out my knife. Try not to damage the gun. Man, that thing is stuck in there. So theoretically, when you break open the barrel, it's supposed to kind of assist you with getting that shell out of there. Well, I finally got the shell out of there. That was not easy. I had to get my knife and kind of dig it out with the blade. Obviously the extractor isn't working like it's supposed to, and you can see the shell casing here where the firing pin struck it, and it looks deformed, like really deformed on the back. I don't know if maybe the barrel isn't within spec and it allowed that casing to expand more than it's supposed to, and that's why it was stuck in there. I'm not really sure, but I imagine it wouldn't have been that hard to clear that barrel, you know, back in the 1900s when this thing was brand new. That's a 100-year-old gun firing a 100-year-old bullet. And it hit that target perfectly fine. Didn't sound like it was slow or weak or underpowered or anything. Cool. All right, let's try a modern day Cci 22 short hollow point and see if this one's any easier to get out of the barrel. It's not any easier going in, that's for sure. Really tight fit to get these bullets in the barrel. There we go. Now, I might hold this one out away from my face again just because I'm not sure if this barrel is rated to fire this ammo. I imagine it's not much different, but this is like a different bullet design and obviously a brand new bullet, so might be a little higher power. I'm also checking the barrel in between each bullet for squib loads. Obviously we heard that one hit the target, but if I'm shooting at other stuff, I would want to check the barrel for obstructions because some of this old ammo might be, the powder might be compromised and you don't want to shoot a bullet with another bullet already in the barrel. But all right, here we go. CCI ammo. Sounded about exactly the same to me. The barrel opened up a million times easier, and this shell casing does not look nearly as deformed. It is stuck in there though. Oh yeah, it's coming out way easier. I still had to get my knife out, but this one's coming out. All right, so here's the Cci shell casing, and you can see the mark where the firing pin hit it, but it does not look nearly as like bulged out in the back like the old ammo did. That shell casing did not hold up as well as this one. This looks perfectly fine. It just is really tight to get out. Like the extractor, I imagine, is probably so worn down it's not grabbing the rim of that casing and pulling it out like it should. So you kind of have to get a knife and dig it out that way. Definitely not ideal for rapid fire use, but yeah, the Cci looks like it held up quite a bit better. All right, now I'm gonna actually use the sights and see if we can hit the bullseye on one of our targets. So if you didn't see the sights already, they're obviously just rear notch and front post, old school metal sights. There is a screw right here that looks like it's pretty much welded in there. I highly doubt I would be able to get that to move, but I assume you could loosen that and, like, you know, shift it one way or the other or whatever. It does not look like anything's adjustable for elevation other than that, but that one went in really easy that time. That round did. All right, here we go. Again, I can't really get a cheek weld. Going for that middle target. This thing is fun, it really is. It's obviously a 22 short, so it's not a high-powered caliber, or I might be a little more nervous about shooting it, but so far it works, and it's kind of cool just holding a piece of history like this. Well, I was holding my sights on the bullseye of this middle target right here, and these little marks right here I assume are from when I was shooting it one-handed, because the only new mark that I see is all the way down here on this very bottom target. So it's about 12 inches off from where I aimed out here at 10 yards. So I'm gonna try to compensate for that and hold on the top target and see if we can hit that middle target. I really wanted to shoot some cans and kind of treat this thing like they would have in the 1900s, but if I'm 18 inches off my target at 10 yards away, I probably won't be able to hit any. All right, let's see. I'm gonna hold high and left since we went low and right. I'm a genius, I know. All right, that's my first light primer strike. We'll go ahead and hit it again. Okay. We're hitting it at all. There we go. I just saw that bullet fly up in the air and come back a few feet. All right, I think I see where we hit. I was just getting ready to say that I hadn't had a light strike yet, and the very next round we have 2 attempts to fire that didn't fire, but I almost feel like it's an alignment issue and not necessarily a light strike by the hammer. I'm not really sure. But anyways, here is the hit that we just got on that middle target, and just so you know, I was aiming right here, and we hit all the way down there. I'm really amazed that it can be that far off at this close range, I don't know how I'm gonna shoot any pop cans or anything like that, because that's literally, I mean, 18 inches off at 7 to 10 yards away. And there ain't a whole lot I can do to adjust these sights. All right, now I got the revolver out and we have a cylinder full of that 100-year-old ammo, and we're gonna fire through these and see if they work. Also see how accurate they are on our target down there. So a lot more efficient to use this than it is that rifle. All right, let's see. Going for that middle target again. Oh yeah. Man, those almost sound hotter than the CCI. They're all over the place, but bullseye. All right. Wow. All right, now we got a cylinder full of stuck shell casings. These 100-year-old 22s are definitely not ejecting like the newer ones are. So I don't know if that's a casing issue or the powder or what. They sounded hot on that target. Like, these sounded hotter than the CCIs did that I shot before. So they're definitely not losing any power, but the shell casings are getting stuck every time we shoot them. So I finally dug those out of there with my knife, but I think I know what's going on now with the power discrepancy and the accuracy of that rifle. So here is the target that we just shot with the revolver and the 100-year-old 22 ammo, and look at the difference in the impacts on that metal and our paper target compared to the other ones. Just the humongous dents and the destruction that it did to our paper target. It just looks like it's 5 times more powerful than the other ones. And obviously, it's a lot more accurate too. All my shots actually hit the target that I was aiming at, which is good. But I think it's a rifling issue. So this gun is over 100 years old, and obviously it's got a longer barrel than the revolver. So shooting the same ammo, you shouldn't see, you know, way more power out of the revolver. That just doesn't make sense. So I think the rifling in that rifle is just so old and worn down that it's, number one, not giving the bullet as much power as it should, and also when it's coming out of the barrel, it's not stabilized and it's not going to be nearly as accurate as it would be out of like a modern day rifle or even that revolver as you saw. So that makes the most sense to me. So 100 years ago, some little kid was probably out in the woods shooting tin cans with this thing, and to be honest, if it worked like it was supposed to, like it did when it was new, it wouldn't be that slow. You know, you just pop your barrel open, eject that shell, put a new one in, and keep firing all day long like that. But over the years, it's obviously taken a beating, and it just doesn't work like that anymore. So we got the revolver out here loaded with the 100-year-old 22 short, and we don't have tin cans because it's 2020. I do have some full pop cans there, and we're gonna see if we can take them out. I have 9 rounds in this gun and 5 full sodas. I think I'm gonna embarrass myself with this because this isn't the most accurate either, but let's see. As you can see, we moved in about 5 yards. I knew I didn't have a chance from back there. Missed. Don't know where I missed. Okay, I think I hit the wood. There we go. Took out 2 with 1. I'll take it. Missed high. Dang it. Yeah. It's really exploding them though. Nice. Gave myself just enough rounds. I swear with a regular pistol and regular ammo, I'm not that bad. I can hit stuff at 5 yards away. Promise. Well, that is going to conclude today's video, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I gotta say, I am pleasantly surprised that this stuff worked as well as it did. You hear all these theories on, you know, ammo and storing ammo carefully and the shelf life if you're not careful, and this is rimfire 22 that's over 100 years old, and it worked 100% reliably, I think. The misfires that we had out of this little rifle, I believe were the Cci, so that stuff's like brand new. So I'll go ahead and attribute that to the gun. And like I said, I'm not sure if it was a firing pin issue or just the alignment of the barrel and stuff like that. But either way, we got it to fire, and I expected to have a lot more problems. I really did. This gun was actually a lot of fun to shoot. It's obviously a really simple design, but like I said, it worked, and it was an absolute blast. So let me know down in the comments if you've ever got to shoot guns or ammo that are 100 years old and what your experiences are with it. If you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that thumbs up button for me, guys. I would really appreciate it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.